A lot of young players' careers have been ruined in the industry by some agents. And today I'm going to be going straight to the point and giving you 4 mistakes that you have to look out for when you are looking at an agent. The first thing I'll be looking at is looking for an agent with a lot of promise. Now, there's to talk is very easy in the industry because every person can pop up in front of you as if you're a good player saying, "Hey, I'm going to take your career to this level. I'm going to do this to you." But what I'll be saying is try to look at his track record. The first mistake is don't go with promises. Look at his track record. What do I mean? Look at his track record. Now, if he's a new agent, that's also different. He might not. That's also different. So try to observe what he's doing. Try to focus on what do I mean by focus on the connection he has and see if he's going to those places. Let's take for example, if he says he's communicating with sporting directors, try to find out actually if he's communicating with sporting directors or not. The way you can find out is just to monitor him. If you don't see signs of him maybe talking with sporting directors, try to because everything is put online these days, then you have to be skeptical. That's the first thing. Also, don't go by promises. Try to find how that person works, if that person is really, really on for it. Because the thing is, if you go with an agent with who says he's going to do this, and actually when you sign a representation agreement with him, you get stuck and nothing happens, then that's up to you or your parent. So that's the first mistake I would say you have to look out for. The next thing I would say is before you sign for or a representation agreement with an agent, you have to try to find out about his network. Now, this is also challenging, but this is what you have to do. So, if he hasn't signed any player before, which I spoke in the first part already, then this is what you have to do. Have an open conversation with him. What is your network? Where do you want to take me to in future? Where do you see my career in 2, 3, 4, 5 years? What is the plan? Because my aim is to become a professional player. You and your parent have to sit and speak to him like this. And then if he says the aim is I want to take you to this league, or whatsoever league he might be suggesting, then your aim is to probably play professional, and you should have a target, an idea, and a plan for where to go to. Of course, you have to work for that, but you have to know what network he has. This is going to help you so that you can work towards a target. But if you sign for an agent, let's take for example, if you sign for an agent and the agent says, "Hey, I'm going to take you to let's say Turkish third division," that's not your aim. Your aim is to probably break into and play in the Danish or Denmark first division, which is a good level to go to England, to go to Italy or Spain. And if he says he's going to take you to Turkish third division, that might be his network. So, and that's not where you want to move or progress your career. So, what I would say is sit down and have this conversation, you and your parent, and say what network do you have, and this is the aim. This is where I want to go to before putting pen to paper on that representation agreement. Now, the next thing also is signing for a big agency. This can be a plus, and also this can be also a negative, depending on where you are in your career. So the plus is when you're signing for a big agency. If you're a Lamine Yamal, that's totally different because now you're already up there, and that helps you more. But if you're an upcoming player that you're still trying to make your way through, this is going to also be challenging because they're not going to pay a lot of attention to you because probably you're not the face of the industry and they have lots of players. So yeah, you have to go for an agent that you think is going to progress your career and is going to focus on you. You have to be a little bit self-centered. Yeah, that you have to find an agent that progress your career because if you go for the big name while you're not big, then they might overlook you and go for the more players they have because at the bigger when the way the bigger agency works, they don't have time. Everything is hectic. So you need someone to really focus on their career and say, hey, this is what this this player need. I'm going to take him probably to a Scandinavia team or a Belgian team when he plays 1 or 2 seasons there. I can bring him to Spain or whatsoever the plan might be. But you need an agent that focuses on you, not just the big agents. The last one also is trying to know if you're not checking if the agent knows recruitment. Because what do I mean by that? So an agent who knows how recruitment function will know where to place you. So I give an example. Let's say, for example, you're an exciting 19 years old winger that is trying to break through into a professional club in Germany or whatsoever. And The recruitment strategy of a club might be they need pacey, young and upcoming winger to be like backup to the first team, and that might be a chance there. But an agent who doesn't know how recruitment work will say, hey, okay, he will take you to where he feels like you might that is a big opportunity for the first team, but you might be on the bench and never play, and the system might not suit you. So you need to find an agent also that know your characteristics of a player. If you understand what I'm saying, know what kind of quality and what characteristics you can offer to a team. That agent, if someone knows how recruitment function, then it helps more because when he sees you, he sees that okay, you're an exciting winger. Now he has to take you to a team that plays your kind of brand of football that can develop you more quicker, rather than taking you to a team that is not playing up to your strength. Then you end up sitting on the bench and leaving that because when you sit on the bench, it almost look more on the player like, well, you didn't do your job. But mostly agents have to learn how recruitment work. An agent to help you to help the player develop more because the brand of football you play is different to a brand of football another club might play. Okay, so those are four things that I'll insist that do check when you are trying to sign with an agency because these are very important things that will help you. Okay, so I'm about to grant FIFA licensed agent. I do help agents also build the connection with clubs, and also I help mentor players on how what decision they can take. So any if you have anything that you think is bothering you that you want to have more ideas on, you can book a call below on the link below. And also, I also help agents network, so you can join the link below to join my community on school that I teach agents how to network. This is just for agents, not for not for players. Okay, so I hope I gave some information to you people here that you can take home and start applying. Take care and talk to you later. Bye for now.